Today's video is all about Star Trek Year 1. Everything we know, the confirmed news, the leaks, the rumors, the speculation, and this is a project that has a lot of us longtime Trek fans pretty excited. But today, we're going to keep it grounded. This is not going to be any clickbait or hype. It's going to be an honest look at what Year 1 actually is, why it matters, it really does, and what we can realistically expect from the movie. In short, Year 1 would explore something we've never seen on screen. Captain Kirk's first year commanding the USS Enterprise, and it would fill in the untold early adventures of him and his crew. Now, the idea, it comes straight from the current Trek brain trust, the people behind Star Trek Strange New Worlds. They have openly said this is their dream follow-up once S&W wraps up. They even told fans at Comic-Con to write letters to Paramount if they want Year 1 to happen. I mean, that passion alone says this project could be a big deal, but is it real? How real is it? What's confirmed and what's just wishful thinking? Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos, and today we're going to break it all down. Make sure you drop a like, and remember, I read every single comment on every single video, especially the Trek videos, because you guys definitely come with a passion whenever we cover anything. We should honestly make this channel, Chaos Cinema, should just be Chaos Trek. It really should. So, context. Why is Star Trek Year 1 coming up now? And why should we believe it's even possible? So to answer that, we need to look at the state of the Star Trek movie franchise and how we got here. It's no secret about or after the Kelvin timeline films, and they started in 2009, Darkness, Beyond, all those, that the Trek movies hit a wall. It's been over 9 years since Star Trek Beyond, 2016. Multiple attempts to make a fourth Kelvin movie collapsed over and over. Paramount had Star Trek 4 in the books with Chris Pine's crew. At one point, they even announced a plot during I don't remember what it was, but it was going to bring back Chris Hemsworth as Kirk's father. But that version fell apart because of the budget, contract disputes, and after Beyond underperformed, it wasn't stable ground. We saw Star Trek 4 die and revived in headlines so many times, it's been a running joke. I mean, big name projects were floated. Quentin Tarantino pitched a rated R Trek movie. Wouldn't that have been something? The Noah Hawley movie. I mean, he was going to write a new beginning Trek film with possibly a new cast. He was the creator of Fargo, but none of them worked. Even as late as 2022, Paramount re-announced a Kelvin timeline sequel with the original cast, only to lose its director, Matt Shakman at the time, to Marvel's Fantastic Four. And then the film got delayed indefinitely. So by late 2025, the studio had pulled the plug on resurrecting the Kelvin timeline altogether, which is really, it's sad for me. And now the Trek movie franchise is in limbo. Meanwhile, Star Trek is thriving on TV. In the time when the movies were floundering, CBS Paramount turned Trek into a streaming powerhouse. Discovery, Picard, Lower Decks, Strange New Worlds, all of those. One person said it seems that Star Trek is once again a television franchise. I mean, people like the new characters. They like Anson Mount's Captain Pike. But the big screen ambitions, they're still there. They're there for all of us that remember how it was. So where does Year 1 fit? It isn't part of the newly announced movies. It's essentially a separate idea born on the TV side. And why now? Why are we talking about it? Because Star Trek Strange New Worlds, it hit the prequel series. It followed Captain Pike in the 2250s. It's approaching the end. Season 5 will be its last. And as it winds down, the creators see this opportunity to continue the story straight into the Kirk era. It's all set up in Season 5, right? They introduced a young James T. Kirk, played by Paul Wesley, reoccurring character, showed him before he takes command of any Enterprise. The showrunners even said they plan to end S&W with Kirk's first day sitting in the captain chair of the Enterprise. Come on, people. They're literally handing it to us on a silver platter. They really, really are. And I want to fill the gap. I want to know between the early missions and when he first started and later on. I want Kirk and Spock still. I'm a Trek fan. I'm going to digest whatever you get me. I'm even digesting Starfleet Academy. I know that's a video for another day, or you can go check out my video about it possibly getting canceled. There's another factor. Fan demand. Current Trek hype. The franchise is in a renaissance on streaming, and people have embraced recasting classic characters on S&W. Ethan Peck as Spock. Others. There's a sense that Year 1, focusing on Kirk's crew, could be a crowd pleaser for longtime Trekkies, especially giving us Season 0 of the original series with modern production values. Come on. It helps that the current Trek showrunners, Kurtzman, Goldsman, Myers, and all of them, they have a lot of goodwill with the community, even though Kurtzman's under fire because of Starfleet Academy, but that's okay. That's okay. So what do we actually know about this movie? Well, the origin of the idea, it was floated publicly by Goldsman and Myers. They were the co-showrunners of Strange New Worlds. At San Diego Comic-Con 2025, they told us, if we want more Trek after S&W, we need to campaign for Star Trek Year 1 sequel series. Entertainment Weekly reported that the S&W team's 100% dream plan is to follow up with Kirk. So we've got them on our side, which is a big deal. Now, they have both been very candid of that year one is, at this point, an aspiration. It's not a done deal. Goldsman emphasized it doesn't exist. It's a hope on our part, just like S&W itself started as a fan-driven hope before being made, but they've made tons of money, right? He called year one a dream, a real dream that they would do in a heartbeat if they were given the chance. So where could it land? Would it be a TV? Would it be a movie? I mean, everything is pointing toward it being an envisioned Paramount series, streaming show, not a theatrical film, which I'm okay with. We'd get more of it. In interviews, they referred to it as a sequel show or spin-off series that they plan to pitch to the studio. With that being said, the line between TV and movies, it's a bit blurred in Trek right now. Remember, Paramount made the Section 31 project with Michelle Yeoh into a Paramount original movie instead of a series. So one could imagine year one potentially being a limited series or even a streaming film. But as for now, the wording from the creator supports a series format. Season 1, 8 to 10 episodes. Goes great. Get the first year. Then maybe it's like a strong reboot into the rest of it. Who knows? The sky is literally the limit there. And then we have a pretty clear picture on one area, the cast and the characters, because look, Strange New Worlds. I mean, it would effectively continue with and expand the cast that S&W has established as the young TOS crew. Leader, of course, would be Paul Wesley, Captain James T. Kirk. He would reprise his role from season 2 through 5. He's publicly said he likes the idea, expressed his desire all too often to do a Kirk-centric series and would love nothing more. Of course he would, right? Then you've got Sulu, Chekhov. I mean, alongside him, I would say Ethan Peck, of course, is Spock. Celia Rose as Uhura. I mean, they're core cast members in S&W. And canonically, they're part of Kirk's crew. So everything here makes sense. All the blocks stack up. I mean, they just have to do it, right? So it's early 2026 right now. Star Trek Year 1 is not officially in production. There's no release date, no filming start, no trailer, nothing set in stone. The 5th and final season of Strange New Worlds is currently shooting. They aim to wrap filming by the end, I think they aim to wrap by the end of 2025, right? So the plan would be to pitch Year 1 sometime after Season 5 is done. So presumably this year, we could get the green light. It's also worth noting that S&W built all of those amazing Enterprise sets and costumes. Guess what? They're still there. They're still standing. They are ready to be reused. That is a practical argument in Year 1's favor. It could save a boatload of money to leverage existing assets. And the green light, of course, it depends on the corporate suits, which sucks. It doesn't depend on fans, which really, really bothers me, but that's how it is with almost anything. But there's a lot of things going in its favor. Now, what's the stuff we don't know? Well, we don't know if it's going to be approved or not, or financed or anything. We don't know if Paramount or Skydance will say yes to the pitch. We don't know if it's going to be a series or a movie or both. We don't know timeline and placement technically. Now, we know Year 1 would take place between Strange New Worlds and TOS, but the exact timeline, it's a bit fuzzy, right? The original series, TOS, canonically begins around 2265 with Kirk already in command. S&W is ending with Kirk taking command, so likely 2264, maybe 2265. So Year 1 would literally cover the very first year. Yeah. The first year of the Enterprise's 5-year mission under Kirk. And what we don't know is how closely it would butt up against the TOS episodes. For example, would the end of Year 1 lead directly into the TOS pilot episode where No Man Has Gone Before, which was essentially Kirk's first on-screen adventure? Or is Year 1 envisioned to include those early TOS events as part of its storytelling? The producers have said that where No Man Has Gone Before effectively was his second adventure, meaning Year 1 would fill in the gap before that episode. So it's kind of laid out that way. Now, story, plot lines, we got nothing. We don't know. I mean, Kirk's first year could include things we've heard mentioned before. The fallout from Kirk's time on the USS Farragut. There's a backstory about Kirk surviving a deadly attack that killed his former captain, right? Perhaps first contacts we've never seen before. I mean, all of those possibilities are out there. And the possibilities of connections with other series. We don't know if Year 1 could connect to other ongoing Trek projects. Strange New Worlds itself was fairly self-contained aside from the Discovery tie-in launch now. But by the time Year 1 would come out, shows like Starfleet Academy, though already rolling if they're not canceled. Star Trek Legacy, which is a Picard spinoff. I don't know if it's still in play or not. I don't think it's going to tie in anything moving forward, Next Generation, stuff like that, of course. But who knows? We'll see. And the last big thing is tone and style. And a lot of people are scared with Starfleet Academy. You can't do Year 1 with the tone and style of Starfleet Academy. You can't do it. You have to balance the nostalgia, adventure, modern character development, but it also has to feel like thorough through and through classic Trek. That's my opinion. I'm not speaking for you guys, but I strongly feel that way. I don't think you can handle the characters like the characters are being handled in Starfleet Academy. That's just me. I could be completely off, but that's That's my opinion. Story focus, keep it simple. Kirk finding his footing as the new commander of the Enterprise. It is rich in territory that has barely been touched on screen. He's stepping into the shoes of Captain Pike. There's a built-in dramatic thing. The challenge of the new captain taking over the crew. I mean, we're there for it. You got Spock. Just all of it, man. All of it. So you guys, let me know what you think. Do you think that this is something that needs to be done? Or do you think it's just wishful thinking? And if it is going to be done, how can they do this where it's right and it has lasting power and longevity? Because if they do this as a TV series, I want eight seasons. I'm greedy. I want it all. I don't know how you do that within 1 year, but if you just want to keep going and redo the TOS episodes, modern-wise with the new crew, call it a soft reboot, I don't care. Just give me more Trek. Give me more Star Wars. Give me more Trek. Give me more Lord of the Rings. I'm a happy camper. I just want to go to the movies, or I want to be able to stream stuff and digest the stuff that I grew up on. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you soon.